Hey guys, Lorcan the Hedgehog here and welcome back to my reviews. Now that Halloween is over and there's not really much else, I'm here to talk about the newest Treehouse horror events that came out, I think the 4th of October, I believe, the 3rd of this year. And that being, of course, the Treehouse of Horror 28. So this has been our 6th Treehouse of Horror event in Simpsons Tap Out. There were 6 of these events. Jesus. Dude, wow, it's crazy the amount of, so it's like nearly as long as the actual Treehouse of Horrors episodes themselves, or how many of them we have. But, so of course, being we have in Treehouse of Horror, what's our theme for our spooky teen events? We had zombies for 2012, we had ghosts for 2013, we had aliens for 2014, we had campfire stories for 2015, and we had horror movies for 2016, which I did talked about before for last year as well. So this year we're dealing with wizards, as kind of teased from the Simpsons tie-in event, where one of the characters we got from that event, Treehouse, it was teased that character wasn't going to involve in an upcoming update, and I thought that's Treehouse Horror 2028, and some people thought it wasn't, it was something else. And here it is, and I was kind of right. So yeah, we're dealing with wizards, Morlocks, I don't want to say witches, but mostly wizards. As the main plot of this one really goes where Lisa's discovering that mystical beasts have been released to Springfield and are causing destruction. So Lisa and the fellow other wizards of Springfield must come together to capture the beast and stop who caused it, while Homer is trying to figure out who is the wizard, because they won't tell him the name of the wizard. So, this event did kind of start off a little off at first, because there was a glitch involving this particular monster, which I'll get to soon, that we couldn't get through at first, but luckily the next day it got fixed. And let's just get to the main gist of the characters, starting off with the first character we got for the event, called Kernymon. Now, this character, he is different from the other characters from this event so far. I'll explain what the other beasts in this event as well, and then one character in particular. But Kernymon is for free, so he's the first character we get out of the event, and he's our main monster of the event, really, to be honest, because you get him first, and there is points where he has to get involved in the plot of the event. Like, honestly, it is a good character. It's a Kearney with a monster, which, it is based off of that imaginary episode where Lisa and her friend got that Celestial Land. I've never seen that episode, but I do know that he turns into a dragon or a monster or I don't know what, and attacks. But, these are free, so here's the thing I'm going with this. I'm going to go for 3 characters first, because there is in total 3 free characters in this event. One of them is a bit different from the other 2, but the other free character is a bully worm, or I just call it a bully dragon. Now this one has a combined of having the bully's head into one, which was based off an anime, the Married to the Blob episode where Homer and Kalulu's father goes into an anime drunk vision where they see some of the people of Springfield in anime, version parodies, and we had this dragon with the 3 bullies, with Jimbo, Dorf, and Kearney. I'll explain with this character as well, with Kernymon and a few others as I go on. But the other 3 character in this event, which is you get him after completing a quest line in this event, and that being Lord Monty-Munt. Now this is a separate character this is not a skin from Mr. Burns. This is a separate character from Mr. Burns, and he's kind of similar to Kernymon and Bullyworm in some way, but except he has tasks. I don't know if Bullyworm or Kernymon will have tasks, or they'll be non-playable characters. I get the feeling they might be non-playable for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm sure we'll find out when the event ends. But Lord Montemut is technically our main antagonist of this event. And there's a thing with him to get him first. But I'll get to that when I get to the main gimmick of this event. As for other characters though, I'll just go through act prizes first, premium, and then one character with skin in particular that caused some issues. So for act prizes, the first one we got was a character called Lead. Now, same as Kernimon and Voliverm. He has a gimmick with him, so I'm gonna explain soon, but it's good that there's a giant lineage hole, and as well, basically, I'm just gonna get to this. So this guy comes out in Act 1 as the first prize, and basically for the first, every first prize of this act of each event, this event in general has these characters, and that being a troll version of Carl and Bonnie. They're the exact same things with the same thing. I'll get to soon when I talk about the main gimmick, but they have the exact same gimmick for all three of them. So besides having just giant versions of, Lenny, Carl, and Barney, there's not really much else to these characters as of now. Let's see. Yeah, so the act prizes, I think with Act 1, there's only one character for Act 1, and that, no, it actually doesn't. There's one character from Act 1, and that's the Unicorn Wizard. Besides that it's cool to get a unicorn as a wizard compared, how many horses do we have as characters by now? We had that Tulicorn and the Forest D. So we have two horse characters, but at least this one has tasks like Forest D does, compared to two Unicorn. But the problem here is that his quest line is very short. There's only 2 parts, and there's not really that much excitement with him. And even then, the main gimmick with him, he doesn't really help much with the fight, really, to be honest. So there's not really much to him. It's good to have a Unicorn Wizard, but out of that, there's nothing else to him. For Act 2, there's Grace Trash. This is a Dumbledore parody from The Simpsons, and this is not a skin for Homer. Even the quest line basically just makes it clear that these two are separate characters, which is a thing recently that Tap Out seems to be doing, that having characters that look similar to the actual characters. We had with the time traveling toaster event with Mozart having the bot look alike. So I don't know if it's a good thing that they're taking these characters that look similar to the main characters and just make them separate. But it is still a good character nevertheless. And for Act 3, we have Slitters, which is basically, I don't know what the snake's name in Harry Potter is, but it's a parody of that. It's decent. There's some tasks from this thing I like there's a, where he quickly comes out, like he basically just comes out of a snake form, and he's literally all rainbow colored, like the same as coming out of the closet. So it's good, but the last character in this act, who I feel like is very out of place in this event, is actually Count Dracula. Yeah, Count Dracula is in this event, but he is so out of place, to be honest with you guys. He is so out of place for wizards in this event. I would actually like it better if he was actually, had its own vampire event compared to just, this, but this is just, his questline's not even that interesting either. He's very out of place in this whole event, to be frankly honest with you. He would have probably been better off next year for Treehouse of Horror. I bet he could probably bring him back as a free character or even a premium character for next year if they do vampires. So yeah, that's kind of it for act prices, but let's get to the premium. For Act 1, now I could be blanking a little bit on which is which, but Act 1 we do get 2 characters beginning with the event, and that is one called Angela Button, who's of course the Harry Potter parody in the show, and she's okay. she looks similar to Lisa, just with brown hair, and there's nothing really else there. I mean, she helps out more at the event because she's premium, but outside of that, there's not really else much. I mean, she's a good character. She stays around for the whole event, so give her that. The next character is Wickamoglus. I can't pronounce it. It's basically a giant version of a Cyclops version of Wickham. And this is actually from the couch gag where she has a horror 24, or like Guillermo del Toro couch gag. Which is actually a very good couch gag, and it's kind of cool to see it in Tap Out. As for other ones, I believe I'm trying to just remember because it's been a while. I've also forgot. I actually forgot. There actually is 2 free skins this event, but I'll get to the skins soon after I get to the premium character skin in this event. But another premium character is an old guild deal, which is either give or take sort of deal because it is a bit high priced, and it depends if you really want. If you're like a person who gets everything and Tap Out, this isn't really much. That is a Burns Dragon. A Burns Dragon he's 199 donuts. I don't know why. They might as well just put 200 if you really want to put it. But yeah, it really depends if you really want to get a Burns Dragon to buy it. And especially, I think this is a bit high priced for old guild, to be honest. But it's cool to have a Burns Dragon, I suppose. For Act 2, we have the Great Raymon. I don't know how to pronounce that the last bit. This is a premium character who can also help out with the main game for the event, and he's an okay character, to be honest. I'm not sure if the actual episode he comes from is actually considered to be the least viewed episode of the whole series. I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but he helps out, and his quest lines are okay. He also comes with a decoration, which is based off the episode he was in, so that's cool. For after Act 2, besides the bully room, which comes down to the 24th during Act 2, there was also the evil shopkeeper. Now, he was actually been around in Tap Out for a while. I think he was in 2015 Street as a whole as a main. I don't know. Was he a prize? He was involved with that event in some regard, but it's only now we're finally getting him as a character, which overall himself is actually 75 donuts. That's not bad for a character. He does come if you don't have the evil House of Horror, the Shop of Horror. I think that's what it's called, and the evil Krusty doll. You actually get all 3 of them together as 140 donuts, 45 donuts, which is not bad. He doesn't help out with the events main thing, which is a little disappointing, but it is still good to finally have him as a character in this game after being in Tap Out for actually been so long. Now for Act 3's only premium skin in this one, and that's Sorceress Frink. Now, Sorceress Frink is the only real premium skin in this whole event, and it's a skin for Professor Frink, so it means you had to get him in order to get the skin to begin with. It's an okay one. Out of all the skins in this event, this is probably the best one out of the event, but that's not saying much. Now for skins, which this is kind of good. The first 2 here, they're free, so then I think it was given out for free because of a problem with the glitch, but these are just a Wizard Bard and a Wizard Lisa. These skins are just okay. They're okay at best. I mean, it made sense, I guess, to give a Bard and Lisa to get involved in this wizard plot. So it makes sense. But, there's another skin in this event. And this is where I think most people go kind of groan at. There's a recent trend with Simpsons Tap Out with this whole events where they give a character who's been out for Tap Out for a few years while giving them a skin. We had it with Kalulu with the Destination Springfield. We had it with Hank Scorpio, Mastermind Hank Scorpio with the Spies event. We had it with Cave Woman Bluebella with the Time Traveling Toaster. And we had Walking Auto for the home of Palanza. Now on this one we have the Squeaky Teen Present, which is I actually have seen where this skin came up in the episode, which is based off the Simpsons. It's basically a scene where you see the Simpsons and the home of Simpson and Bart Simpson and some other people of the Springfield Fantasyland, and you see him just drawing rocks at Snake. That's about it. That's about it when it really comes to that skin for the Squeaky Teenager, and yet we get him out of all this skin out of all skins from the Simpsons is for a character. And while I'm okay with Squeaky Teenager having this skin, because he has been around since the very beginning of Simpsons Tap Out as the cheapest premium character in the game, there's a problem with him where he costs not donuts, not in-game money, he costs real life cash. He's the same thing as Jebediah Springfield or Shelbyville Manhattan, where you have to buy them with donuts in order to get him. Now compare it to the first time packs. The Squeaky Teenager is not, the skin for him is not the worst because it's only for $5.50. And there is a bonus 60 donuts involved. So it's 120 donuts with a skin. And I think the actual 100 donut thing is actually up to $10. So it's giving you an extra 60 donuts for it. But it's still scummy. It's still scummy. And out of all the skins in this event, why give Squeaky Teenager this deal? Like, why out of all of them? Just, by the way, don't do this at all, EA. I know you want money, I know you want company, but there are other ways to do it than this. You did it with this brand new Scratch Art ticket, which came out in this event, where the main thing is you get more donuts with it, and it counts the same price as the Squeaky Teenager skin. And you get more, you can actually get a 2,400 donuts, I believe. The same amount you get for buying a boatload of donuts. So that is a lot better compared to doing this. So yeah, some of these skins and characters are okay, while some just feel out of place, or just didn't really work well. But finally, at least I'll get to the main gimmick of what this event is. So the main gimmick here is every Treehouse of Horror has to add some type of horror fighting element to it. We had it last year with finding those big giant worms by sending out characters to beat it for 4 hours, and the more characters you get, the more currency you get out of it. This one sort of has the same deal, except there's a little difference. Once you summon a beast, once you bring a beast, get a beast in town, either from cash, donuts, or get it for free, or a prize, they'll walk around your town, and the wizards, the other characters like Angela Button, Wizard Lisa, Sorceress Frank, and all that, and there's a few other returning skins from Martin and Millhouse that also can help out with this event. They can have to beat up the enemy by keep sending them out and collecting Dark Mana out of them first. It's basically like a health meter where once the Dark Mana is completed, like gone, the creature will be put back into its place. And then you have to do the exact same thing with Light Nana, which will turn them into good beasts. And then you have to summon them, which will walk around your town for 4 hours. And they'll give you a decoration for it. Each of them have a unique, different sides, I guess. But the thing is, like I said, Lead, Crawl, and Barf have the exact same decorations. So if you did one with Lead, why do it again with Crawl or Bobby, and just besides having the quest line done. All the other characters at least have something different. Tree Stash so he comes back in this event, and that's basically why. You have to fight him and enchant him. And he'll basically give out some tree decorations, like a scrub or an orange tree or something like that. So he's not really that special, but characters like Wiggleongelus, Bullyfirm, let's see, what was it, Bullyfirm, Burns Dragon, and Mom, they all have their separate unique decorations compared to each other. And the boss fight between Lord and Monty also kind of has that same gimmick as well, where you have to send out characters to fight him, except he gets a bonus thing with the beasts also can have to fight him, where once you beat him with the regular wizards, he'll turn huge, and you have to send out the beasts, in order to fight him. You can only do it with two of them, and the premium ones give out more of a punch than him. So that's only where Wickalogulus, Dungeon Dragon, and Treehouse really come useful once you turn them good, is that they can give out more of a punch than Quall, Barf, Lead, and what was it, Bullywurm. So that's good. It does take a while, but luckily Simpsons tap out events normally last for 2 weeks, so I mean when it comes to acts, they last for 2 weeks, so you have a lot of time to go with compared to say Family Guy or Futurama where you only get a week to do it. So yeah, that's really about it. Really, to be honest, when it comes to this Treehouse of Horror event, is it a good event? It is not that great, to be honest. I still prefer the first three events over this, but I do prefer this over 2015's Treehouse Horror event, and I'm kind of stuck in the middle compared to if it's better or worse than last year, because last year didn't really have much when it comes to characters and skins, but the fight and the quest line wasn't that interesting either, but the fighting stuff was okay. Yeah, so I actually kind of have to put this one better than the 2016 Treehouse of Horror event, although there is really some problems with this event, like one, besides the characters that skin for teenage, the crafting in this event is awful, and there's no real good built decorations in the crafting. Like, there's only Werewolf Ned Flanders you can get from the crafting for those who missed out on him last year. And there is a lot more mystery boxes, which I see those only really being those for players who are new and have a lot of donuts to buy to get, because at least from I see, the mystery boxes can at least, get rid of the item that you just got. So it makes it fair to get some other ones afterwards. But yeah. So I do like this one better than 2015 and 2016's event, Treehouse of Horror events, but it's nowhere near as good as 2014, 13's, and 12's Treehouse of Horror events. So hopefully next year can be a little bit better, but this isn't the worst, but it's definitely not the best. So that's it for now. We still have another 2 more weeks until the next the next event of Simpsons Tap Out, which I also will be going to an orthodontics by that point, which will be the 14th of November. So if I sound a bit off in that video, that's why. But until then, I'll see you guys until the next video. See you guys later.